time, I would like to ask Daniel's cousin Aaron to come forward with a reading.
When Daniel and Becky asked me to write something for their wedding, I was honored and flattered, and then I thought, where do I start? In addition to being Daniel's cousin, I was his roommate for 4 years. I witnessed the evolution of his love for Becky, when he came home grinning ear to ear after their first kiss, to the day of his commissioning when he proposed to her. I think of Daniel as a phoenix, rising up after all he's been through, and finding the love of his life, who amazingly enough lived only 0.8 miles away from him in Arlington. Becky brought Daniel back to life. She helped him achieve his dream of being in the armed services. She understands him, calms him. They balance one another. When I sat down to write their poem, I began with their names, what they mean, and the stories surrounding them. Rebecca means to tie, bind, and peacemaker, which I thought was very appropriate. Becky is so inquisitive, I have always thought of her as a seeker. In the Bible, Daniel was a prophet, and there are the stories of Daniel and the lion's den and deciphering the king's dreams. St. George is the patron saint of infantry, and he led an army of white horses. I discovered that Gabriel was the interpreter of Daniel's visions, and Gabriel is also the patron saint of diplomats, the career path Becky will follow. It's as if Daniel and Becky were destined to be together. I tried to evoke all of this in their poem. This is for you. He has known loss, this firebird, this phoenix. Head of a heavenly army, he waged battle in his heart and emerged victorious. She has known longing, this seeker, this peacemaker, separated by lines of latitude from her region, her love. In their fever, kings called for him, this prophet, this pilot. He could not decipher their dreams until she appeared, his Gabriel, his seraph, who gave voice to his visions, held fast the lion's mouth from the den. She, his linguist, his link. He, her soldier, her sentinel, enveloped, woven, bound.
Let us pray. God of all peoples, you are the true light illuminating everyone. You show us the way, you show us the truth, and you show us the life. We rejoice in your life in the midst of our lives, and we praise you for your presence with us, and especially in this celebration of marriage. Amen. At this time, I would like to ask Brian Burke to come forward and share a scripture reading with you.
From Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verses 9 through 12. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. Also, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands, the strand that is Daniel, the strand that is Becky, and the strand that is their God, is not quickly broken.
Please stand and join me in the responsive reading found in your bulletin.